Clayton Kershaw is 36, Andrew McCutcheon is 37, Evan Longoria is 38, Justin Verlander is 41. The active stars of the last generation of baseball is increasingly dying off, and the new stars of the new generation of baseball are becoming more and more dominant. With the new generation of baseball comes new players as well as new culture, and the veterans do not like this. Jazz Chisholm Jr. entered the league in 2020, playing only 22 games in the COVID-shortened season. He was the first player to really show off the new culture of baseball with bat flips, flashy cleats, and tripped out gloves. Friends loved the way he played, but his teammates didn't. Jazz Chisholm claimed that the first 3 years of his career was the worst years of his life. Within the first week of being in the majors, one veteran player cut up his cleats that Chaz decided himself, poured milk in them before throwing them away. He said that he didn't want to talk to nobody, he didn't want to practice with the team, and instead he practiced by himself early in the morning and slept the entire day until it was game time. He was able to put on a show for the fans in the 2022 season where he broke out. He had the second most home runs of anybody else on the Marlins and made his first All-Star game. However, injuries killed his season. He didn't play in the second half at all. I think Fernando Tatis Jr. is a great example of the new generation of baseball. He made his debut with the San Diego Padres in 2019 and went on a tear for them, posting 22 home runs, 16 stolen bases, 6 triples, and had a batting average of .317 in 84 games. He finished third in NL Rookie of the Year voting. In 2020, he played 59 games but still had great stats for a player in their second season. But in a game against the Rangers in the 8th inning, Tatis came up with the bases loaded in a 10-3 game. He allegedly ignored the take sign by his coach and in a 3-0 count crushed a grand slam, breaking an unwritten rule. After the game, the Rangers manager expressed displeasure with Tatis but did say norms are being challenged every day and just because he didn't like it doesn't mean it's wrong. The Padres manager was also displeased with Tatis, and Fernando apologized after the game, saying it would be a learning experience. Soto signed with the Nationals at only 16 years old. When he was called up to the majors 3 years later in his debut season, he hit .292 with 22 home runs in just 106 games and finished second in Rookie of the Year voting. His next season, in 2019, he got his first taste of playoff baseball, and he didn't waste it. In the wildcard game, Soto scored the tying and go-ahead run to win the one-game wildcard and advance to the NLDS to face the Dodgers. In Game 5, where the Dodgers was up by 1 run with 6 outs to eliminate the Nationals, Soto hit a game-tying home run, and in the 10th inning, the team scored 4 runs to beat the Dodgers and advance. Soto stayed mostly silent in the NLCS, but it didn't matter too much as his team swept the Cardinals in 4 games to move on to the World Series. In that series, he may have had one of the best performances up to that point. He had 9 hits, including 2 doubles, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, and 6 walks, including an intentional walk, and posted a batting average of .330. CWPA, or Championship Win Probability Added, is a stat used to measure how a play or a player adds to a championship win. Soto alone had nearly 30% to the probability of the Nationals. He had the most out of anybody else, although Harry Kendrick was really close to him. In 2021, he won the NL batting title, and the next season, in 2022, the Nationals offered him a 15-year, $440 million extension. He declined it and was traded to the Padres, where he tied a team record of walks in the season. Soto was once again traded, this time to the Yankees, where in 2024 he looks like he can have the best season of his life. At the time of writing, in 21 games, he has walked 18 times, homered 5 times, and has 20 RBIs, with a batting average of .350. Gunnar Henderson was the best Oriole player last year, which is saying something, considering they won 101 games. He hit 28 home runs and was the best base runner last year, scoring exactly 100 runs. He had the 5th best WAR of anybody else that season. There's not much to say about him. It was his first season in the league, but he was one of the best players. His defensive glove and his bat was deadly. His base running won his team games. He scored 40% of the time he got on base. He finished 8th in MVP voting and won the Rookie of the Year. I couldn't make this video and not include Ronald Acuna Jr. In 2018, he made his debut with the Braves. Acuna wasted no time making an impact. He finished the season with a .293 batting average, 26 home runs, 64 RBIs, and 16 stolen bases in 101 games. That season, he won the Rookie of the Year. In his next season, he played 156 games, batting .280 with 41 home runs, 101 RBIs, and a league-leading 36 stolen bases. It earned him his first All-Star game. In July 2021, Acuna injured his ACL and was out for the rest of the season. There was doubts that he'd be able to play at the same pace he was after the injury. And he put all the doubts aside in 2023. He posted a league-leading 217 hits, 149 runs, 73 stolen bases, and had an average of .330 with 41 home runs. That made him the first player ever to be in the 70-40 club. And of course, he won the MVP that year. I tried to do a little bit more with this video, with the new style of the stat lines. I tried to make the video less boring, because baseball is kind of really boring. So I hope you like that. If there's any players that I missed, I'll make a part 2 to this, because I really like just making a video about this specifically. So yeah, thank you for watching.